Hey, Nathan here. I know that many of you know that I work at a church in Canton, Ohio. So 1 year ago, we welcomed John to our facilities team, and he is a great guy. He loves to laugh. He loves to tell stories. So his coworkers, Mike and Gary, went around to the rest of the staff the other day and asked that on Wednesday, his 1 year anniversary, that everyone wears black, and if possible, we all write sympathy cards addressed to Mike and Gary because of them having to work with John this past year. It's all fun. So I spent about 20 minutes asking them for details about working with John, about his life, about what he does around the church, and then I attempted to get ChatGPT to write me a good script. So the presentation you're about to hear is virtually 100% me, as not much of the original script made it to the final video. It's safe to say that I probably spent about 3 hours writing this, so enjoy the presentation because our staff team sure did. Dear Mike and Gary, it is with deepest sympathy that we acknowledge the monumental endurance you've shown over the past year working alongside our friend John, a man with many words to speak. The only man for the job, really. The only man who Roger could actually get to agree to sign the contract with the title Assistant to Gary and Mike. I will do my best to keep this letter short. You've only worked here 1 year, so I'd hate to make a short story long or something like that. Despite all the things that you do, that is, Mike and Gary, told me some things for this letter. John, you've become an invaluable member of the First Friends Church staff, and I believe this wholeheartedly. John, your ability to fix anything is superb. Your ability to figure things out and your exceptional welding skills even, these things have kept this place going. They're around too. Your fashion choices might be a bit curious, but these fashion choices certainly add character to our team. Does anyone think the temperature here is a little, kind of warm, actually? Mike, I'm not sure that it was a good idea to send John to work on the HVAC units, because he can only see black and brown, and the wires were, in fact, black and brown. He might have gotten confused. So when it comes time to winter, we might want to flip the wires so we get heat. John is best, I think, when he's given familiar tasks, such as the laundry, for example. This way, the rest of the facilities team members, the community service people, and anyone else washing windows or cleaning bathrooms or using towels has nice towels to use. I have no idea. We could just call you LG. Maybe laundry girl would be an appropriate name for the term LG. That would make things a lot easier. You know what else stands for LG? Long gabber. No, not gambler, gabber. Miss Tammy, I don't see her, but she says laugh generator. Mike suggested there is some sort of listening gap. Gary said loyal gentleman. That seems very respectful. Very respectful. So kudos to you. Mike Carr said leisurely goer. Gary and Mike together, they suggested long-winded guy. Nathan suggested at the Christmas staff party that runs in the family. Pastor Nathaniel said laughing giant. Pastor Roger said loving giver. I think something about giving, he likes that. Devin said logistics guru. Mike and Gary both said late grasper. The whole staff said lucky guy because he gets to work with all of us. So, it's a great group we got here. John, I would also like to recognize the daily challenges to Mike and Gary and the others on the facilities team because of your selective hearing. Some have said that there is no stupid question under the sun. Mike told me that weekly, after sending the emails informing the staff that he'd be printing the schedule promptly at 2:00 p.m., that John, actually having read that email, then proceeds to ask him when the schedule will be printed. Order in the court, order in the court. This man is guilty. John Capita, I, Judge Nathan, have listened to all of the evidence, and I've concluded that it is in fact possible to tell a long story short, as I have just done for you all today in the past 3 sentences. John, after 1 year on this team, an apology to Mike and Gary seems in order for your guilty verdict of over-the-top storytelling, for not keeping a story journal, and for enjoying Bud Light. Come on, man. Is it true you wear a dress? no doubt of black and brown color. Oof. Hopefully your wife picks them out. Maybe she is not colorblind. When I hear the word sundress, I think warm, brightness, radiant colors. My understanding is that you can't see any of those colors. How wonderful that your father made the trek from Romania to the United States and was able to live the American dream. I never had the chance to meet him, but he clearly helped you become the person, the man you are today, and we're so grateful to have you. I see how you work with the staff team, your dedication to the church, and your concern for others. Last week, I overheard you saying that you would work for free just to be a part of what God is doing here, what is happening here. So Mike, Gary, and Roger, they got together and they agreed that would be super helpful, actually. And this would give more money to be pushed towards the worship and production budgets. What an incredibly generous thing for you to do. I'm trying to not get emotional, man. As I think back to all the times this past year that you showed warmth, hospitality, kindness to those around you, your strong work ethic, your respectfulness and ingenuity, even your deep concern for scammer Pastor Nathaniel and his urgent need for gift cards. Maybe if you didn't text like a teenage girl, you would have actually gone through with sending the cards. John, as I said, you are resourceful and are a common sense thinker. That's what makes you a great member of this team. When Mike wasn't here that first Sunday, you jumped in and you made it happen. He knew he could call on you, and he did. When I, Nathan, needed a quick 45-minute project completed, you made it happen. That is why it has been such a productive year. Well, maybe not for Mike and Gary, because when there was nothing else to do, you filled in the time by telling stories. And is that where you gained the title Chief Storyteller from? It seems like you have truly mastered the art of making a short story long. Yes. Your perseverance, am I right? Yes. Your determination, am I right? Yes. In continuing to push on, to squeeze every possible word out of a story. This deserves an award. Mike's patience does not deserve an award, however. All you tried to do was share some videos from your phone with the team. And the thing that everyone needs to understand is that these videos they can't possibly be over 60 seconds long. Therefore, John, you technically you could only present 480 of these videos per working day. Mike, let's take how many videos do you think he would possibly be able to show max in a whole day? I'm guessing less than 480. I mean, what is the problem here, Mike Carr? I've been writing this letter in support of Mike and Gary, obviously, as I said in the beginning, but the more I thought about it, I'm beginning to feel like I've been taken advantage of, personally. I've been used in some way to make John look like the bad guy for his few quirks that give him character. Therefore, I feel as if I need to apologize to John for having to work with Mike and Gary, in fact, this past year. Yes. John, the thing is that you may not have fully been aware of what you were signing up for when you started work on that first day. Nevertheless, you have continued day in and day out to go the extra mile, except on the ball fields when he refuses to go around the first, second, and third bases when dragging the fields. That's what they told you to do, but you see, he does not care that the sports team did not move the bases like they were supposed to. John pushes through, he gets off the tractor, he moves the bases, then continues to make the sand baseball field look fantastic. All of us are excited, but no one is as excited as Glenda that John will be taking over Mike's paperwork. We have all felt the great work that John does with scheduling the HVAC, the heating and air conditioning in the building, especially in our offices. But even for events, there is no experience like showing up for an event several hours early to set up, and then just before the event starts, to hear those air conditioning motors spinning up to finally bring us that cool air that we needed as the event starts. It's nice to see those hoodie sales spike for the well also. All of us have complete confidence in John's paperwork. So, dear Mike and Gary, please accept my deepest sympathies for your struggle in enduring a year with John. We hope to We hope the overcompensation of the other facilities team members has eased the journey, except for Devin, because apparently he's now been on vacation for like 2 weeks. But in all seriousness, we're incredibly grateful to have John a part of our team. You guys should tell him that more. Maybe buy him a cake or something.
Yeah.
You do know that today is kind of a special day for him. Today, he's worked here at First Friends Church for 1 year. His kindness to everyone and anyone he meets, his willingness to unlock the cage, to grind down the all thread so I can hang the projector screen. See what I mean? That only took 45 minutes. His enthusiasm to help Gary build both sets of band riser platforms. I did not see you, Mike Carr, out there with the drill, mostly because you probably couldn't find it because Nathan had it, but that's beside the point. John, never cease your unwavering dedication to this team. I'm proud to be your friend and look forward to all the things you will do in the future. With heartfelt and humorous regards, Nathan Robb, the tech production director at First Friends Church. Man.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I mean...
Very nice.
Very good.
Whew.
Very long.
Good job.
Okay.
All right, back to work.
You mean back to a story.
Do you want one? Oh, I get to keep this?
Oh, yeah. You can take that. Read that to Manette tonight.
Yeah, I'll read this to Vanessa.
That was great.
That was hilarious.
I'll figure it out.
Don't trip on it. That is wonderful.